Talk about the old Dow, right? Here's what's going on with the Dow, and I got some geeky stuff to share with you here today because you guys always ask this question, so I'm going to share it with you so you know, just so we answer all these questions. In the Dow today, here's what you have. The Dow is making their biggest change to the index in over 7 years, so I've got some data here for you. Here's what's going on. Salesforce.com, which by the way is up like 12% after hours. Salesforce.com added 3% on the day. They're going to the Dow. Amgen also going to the Dow. That one added about 5.5% on the day. Huge volume there. And Honeywell, they're also going to the Dow. That's the reason those three stocks were higher on the day. Now, if they're going to add some stocks, they got to take some stocks out. So what are they doing? They're taking out ExxonMobil. They're taking out Pfizer. Notice how these are lower priced names. Did you notice that? And they're taking out Raytheon. So you're adding in higher priced names. You're taking out the lower priced names. That's because of Apple and what's going on there. Like I said, it's the biggest change in over 7 years. What we did is went back to the days of old Intel. You know, Intel and Microsoft were the first two tech stocks from the NASDAQ to be added to the Dow back in 1999. Since then, there's been a total of almost 20 changes in the Dow, meaning they've adjusted things along the way since 1999 18 times, right? You got 20 years, 18 changes. It's about a change a year there for the Dow. What's happened here? You had names like Chevron. They were actually taken out of the Dow, taken out in 1999, added back in 2008. So you say, well, why'd they take out ExxonMobil and they didn't take out Chevron? Well, that's because, well, they've already done that, right? So it wouldn't be very cool of them to take out a stock, put it back, then add a stock back. That might cause a little concern. So that's probably the reason why you see ExxonMobil getting taken out this time. Now, here's the data for you. From the time a stock is announced, like today, the announcement of Salesforce and the others, from the time a stock is announced to the time that it is actually added, this will be added on the 31st of August, so coming up here real soon, the median gain for that stock is 2.8%. All of these have already gained more than that, but between now and when they're added, median gain is 2.8%, positive 94% of the time. So almost in every single case, when a stock gets announced that it's going to be in the Dow to the time that it's added, that small window there is a median gain of 2.8%. Obviously, that's very good news there if that's something you're looking at. Stocks that are getting taken out, like your ExxonMobil, your Pfizer, Raytheon, things like that, from the time it's announced to the time it's taken out of the Dow, only positive 22% of the time. You can kind of see that today if you were to happen to look over at ExxonMobil, right? It's already selling off, so a little bit of weakness there for that one there. Here's what I want to share with you today. Get a little bit geeky here. You say, well, what do stocks do going forward? Well, when stocks get added, so from the date that they're added, going forward, 3 months and 1 year is the data that we had here. When a stock gets added, remember there's 18 times that this has happened, the forward average performance over the next 3 months is positive 1.91%. So average gain of 1.9, a median gain of 4.8. If you look out 1 year, from the time that a stock was added to the Dow, there's almost no time where you see positive results. Average loss 8%, average loss 10%. In fact, more times than not, when a stock is added to the Dow, you go out 1 year, it's negative, right? It ends up getting sold off there. Now, what about the stocks that get taken out, right? Is there an opportunity there? If you look at stocks that get booted from the Dow there, average performance over the next 3 months, minus 2%. Median gain of 1.3%, but 1 year, that's what's interesting here. Look at 1 year. The stocks that get added or removed from the Dow tend to have negative performance. In other words, when a stock is flat out just adjusted from the Dow, put in, taken out, whatever, the average performance and median performance going forward is negative. So these are stocks that may be experiencing a little bit of trouble. That kind of makes sense when you think about stocks that are doing well tend to get added to the Dow. The ones that are doing poorly get taken out. So the ones that are doing well, once everything's adjusted, maybe there's some profit taking over the next year. The ones that are doing poorly, you would think, oh, the Dow did a good job. They took those stocks out. They're underperformers. They continue to underperform. In both cases, whether the stock was added or removed from the Dow, the positivity rate remained the same. So over 3 months, there was a 55% chance that you were going to have a positive return if you were to buy a stock that was added to the Dow or buy a stock that was removed from the Dow. Over the next 1 year, you had a 44% chance that that stock was going to be positive, whether it was added or removed. So I know those questions were going to come up today because it's the Dow. It was a much smaller index for us to go through in a faster amount of time. So there is the data for stocks that are getting added or removed from the Dow. Hope that helps.